Happy Saturday. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the start of your weekend. We're talking about hedge funds. We're talking about AMC, the SPY, and some short squeeze plays in today's video. I want to make it quick, sweet, simple, to the point. All I ask you guys to do is hit the like button. It's free. It helps me out. It gets the video out to more people like you. Also, hit the subscribe button and drop a comment under the video if you find value out of the video. Plus, make sure to have post notifications on. All right, so the first thing I want to cover is the weekly recap before we get into what's new. The U.S. judge rules Ripple XRP is not a security, which we saw that cause that 100% to the T gain on XRP. US inflation falls to 3%, lower than expectations. Europe to launch first spot Bitcoin ETF this month. Now, we had a lot of stuff happen this week, but honestly, it wasn't as hectic of a week as I thought it would be. It was relatively quiet, right? Even though there was a lot that happened, it was relatively quiet. Number 4, former SEC chairman says spot Bitcoin ETFs should be approved. Coinbase relisted Ripple. $9 trillion asset manager BlackRock CEO says crypto will transcend international currencies due to global demand, which we're going to talk about later on in the video. Number 7, SEC acknowledges BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF. SEC acknowledges Fidelity, VanEck, WisdomTree, and Invesco spot Bitcoin ETFs as well. Bank of America ordered to pay $250 million for charging illegal fees and opening credit card accounts without customer consent. And finally, Australian Securities Exchange receives its first spot Bitcoin ETF application. A lot of this stuff is considered bullish. A lot of this stuff is considered conspiracy to something else, but we have to talk about what is actually happening right in front of our eyes and how we can make money this week. So I want to go over a list. I talked about this list a while back, right? And this was all from data that I had pulled up in major short squeeze plays. All of these stocks that I'm about to give you, and I'm going to pop it up on the screen, all of these stock tickers you can put in on your radar and type them in as soon as the market opens and figure out which one is about to take off. You can see on this chart, I have a few of them laid out. I have about 10 of them laid out, overlaid over each other, and they all trade the exact same, but that is not it. We have Piton, ticker symbol PTON, ticker symbol AI, ticker symbol MMAT, SAVA, IONQ, RGTI, RKT, Palantir, QUBT, GDVM, MJWL, which does like to trade with AMC, TRKA, that was a famous one on here, as well as AFRM, GNS, COSM, GFAI, Mullen, Sundial, SoFi, XELA, ATER, SOUN, BBIG, Nokia, Carvana, GTII, BuzzFeed, Game, SBET, and CANO, and you can add NKLA on there as well. This is the list that I had a while back for short squeeze plays, and they all still hold up, especially with how the market is ripping and how bad hedge funds are doing. In fact, they're doing so bad that I want to read you this. Hedge funds rush to unwind bearish stock positions. Global hedge funds rush to unwind bets that U.S. listed stocks will fall as a persistent rally threatens their performance, according to JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. In quotes, for hedge funds, shorts have been a challenge since early June, especially, JP Morgan said, adding the unwinding of short positions got, in quotes, extreme in recent days, probably talking about the GameStop and AMC quote-unquote meme saga. Goldman Sachs said in a note on Friday, short covering in the so-called U.S. macro products, which include equity index and exchange-traded funds, reached the largest amount ever seen since November of 2020. Now, they basically go on to state how bad the bull market currently is, and that unwinding of short positions may actually get dangerous for other institutions, for other hedge funds, for other banks down the line, which we have talked about that domino effect in the past. But how bad really is it? 3 weeks ago, there was an article, short sellers lost $120 billion in 2023 amid stock market rebound. Now, this was 3 weeks ago. Since that time frame, the S&P 500 is up 18 points, or up 4.19% currently, and it was even up a little bit higher than that. Now, you guys remember when the SPY ran up to 403 and hedge funds lost about 80 billion. Then it scaled up, this article was dropped, and they lost 120 billion. This is additional, and now it's up another 4% or 18 points. So hedge funds, short sellers are not doing too hot, and that is exactly why you see all of these stocks trading the way they're trading, but they are starting to slowly scale down. Is this the end of the short squeezes? Is AMC going to get tanked into the floor? Of course, that lawsuit is going to affect it, but a lot of people are saying that the Fed may just crash the market. So are short sellers doubling up to hold on for dear life and trying to double up their short positions like we see with AMC, the short interest rising to 28, almost 29% the other day, but according to Ortex, 28.03 on the close of Friday. Utilization being maxed out, which means all of the shares are lent out again. Cost of our average sitting at 688% and the max at over over 1,000. Why are short sellers doubling up on this? Is this thing going to tank after the reverse split conversion happens, if it does happen, or is something going to crash the overall S&P 500? Plus, on top of that, AMC Entertainment acquires new popular movie theater. They just acquired another movie theater in Wyoming, Pennsylvania that was actually a popular Fox Berkshire theater, and they are reopening the theater yesterday, July 14th, Friday. AMC had made it a priority to strengthen our circuit by identifying and acquiring popular, well-performing theaters around the country. They basically go on to state in quotes that they are excited for this, AMC opening new acquisitions, AMC doing everything to increase their overall revenue. Just wanted to throw this as a sprinkle in the video, as it does show strength for the fundamental side of things for AMC. Now, before we move on, criminals are being protected, but for another 50 years. Credit Suisse inquiry will keep files secret for 50 years. A preliminary investigation into the collapse of Credit Suisse will keep its files closed for 50 years, according to a parliamentary committee document, a level of security that has triggered concern among Swiss historians. Now, there are going to be many conspiracy theories about this, but what do you guys think they are trying to hide in the comments down below? Do you think this has any correlation at all to AMC or GameStop and them hiding synthetic shares, or what else would they be hiding? Now, before we move on to crypto and what BlackRock had to say about it, make sure to pop in the Discord so you can talk these short squeeze plays with us before the market actually opens. We also talk earnings plays and take some degen bets in there as well. Plus, we have options trading alerts in there and more, and we just talk stocks all day long, guys. So make sure to pop in Discord and get your 16 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock, a $100 cash reward, and a potential free Tesla or Google stock by using my link, signing up for Moomoo, and making a deposit. These are the deposit criterias right here, and those links are pinned in the top of comments and linked under the video right here. Moomoo and Discord, the top two links. Sorry if you hear a loud noise in the background. That is a lawnmower. Now, XRP scaled up, it retraced, and it's popping once again, up 0.7% on the day. AMC usually follows this. We talked about it in yesterday's video, so if you haven't seen that, make sure to go watch that if you want the full AMC update video. But crypto is doing extremely strong, and a lot of times we use this to see how the market is going to do. Will the market continue to scale up? Bitcoin and the S&P 500 are at very crucial levels to figure out, are they going to break to new highs like you see during a Tesla rip or Tesla squeeze, or hit this major resistance and get a bad rejection to the downside and break lower lows to the recent lows? Would Bitcoin break under 16,000? Would the SPY break under 350? This is something that we are going to have to watch for going forward, but if you see Bitcoin start to scale down, chances are you're going to see the same thing in the equities market, vice versa. Now, $9 trillion asset manager BlackRock CEO says crypto will transcend international currencies due to global demand. You guys let me know in the comments down below, is it time to jump into crypto, and is it time to play Mara or Riot, or are these stocks already far gone?
Global investors are asking us about the role of crypto. And as I said, I do believe a lot of crypto is going to be, it's an international asset. It has a differentiating value versus other asset classes, but more importantly, because it's so international, it's going to transcend any one currency and currency valuation. If you just look at the value of our dollar, how it depreciated the last two months, and how much it appreciated over the last 5 years, I mean, an international crypto product can really transcend that. And that's why we believe there's great opportunities, and that's why we're seeing more and more interest. And that interest is broad-based worldwide.